So I've been a lazy guy. I haven't done a water change on this tank for 4 months. The ill effects on that have been, well, nothing at all. I've had no ill effects from not doing a water change on my tank. There's a simple reason for this, but I don't maintain that there's an argument for me never doing a water change again. This tank has been set up for over 2 years now and it's doing great. I have during that time done as often a water change as I can fit in with my schedule, and it has thrived as a result. I have not done a water change for the last 4 months and the result of that has been no ill effects. The reason for this is that all of my nutrient control is taken care of within my filtration and my element replacement is taken care of by my calcium reactor. Having a refugium and growing macroalgae will help release amino acids into the water. Corals feeding on live zooplanktons that are continuously being fed back into the tank will also help to boost up their health, and water quality is not an issue. However, if I never do a water change again, there are 2 possible scenarios that could help me run into a problem. The first one is the accumulation of contaminants into the water. So in your house there may be people burning incense or scented candles, they might have plug-in air fresheners, people might spray air fresheners. You may live near farmland and they may be doing insecticide sprays or whatever it is they're doing, and these things get blown around on the wind. They come in through your window, especially during the summer when you're trying to, enjoy the weather, and they will inhabit the air around your tank. Ultimately they'll get sucked into the water and they will become part of your water column. Whether these things are toxic or not, only time will tell. Carbon and running other filtration medias may remove some of this, but there's always the risk that something that you can't test for because you don't know what it is accumulating in your system, and only when it becomes toxic to a level that's toxic are you going to know about it. And the way you know about it is your corals start dying, and then you have to perform large water changes in order to try and stem the problem. A water change is a great tool, it's like a reset button. Whatever the problem is with your tank, whether it be low in something, in excess of something, a water change can fix that problem for you. I have water on hand, so there's no reason for me not to do one. I do tank maintenance, so I have water mixing up almost continuously. I can just draw some water off and perform a water change. Like I say, I haven't for the last 4 months and I've had no ill effects. But the other problem that we're going to face is during all of the biometabolism of the tank, certain elements and trace elements in particular may be getting used up to the point where they are depleted completely from the system. Coral skeletons burning down in a calcium reactor aren't going to be complete. There aren't going to be every trace element in all of the right amounts to sustain your corals, and a water change is going to help to sort of reset them levels periodically. So you can always guarantee that when you do a water change you are adding at least some of those elements back into the water. You may never reach the natural sea level levels in there, but you will have some, and some is better than none when it comes to the trace elements that are found in natural seawater. There are still a lot of these trace elements that we don't entirely know what their use is or what they're for, but we like to maintain the same as the ocean because what works for the ocean works for us. So I would just want to point out that although that you may think that you don't need a water change, you probably do. You may be running Triton and you may have gone years without a water change and you may have got away with it, but I suppose you've got to ask yourself that then some other people don't get on with Triton and they have issues, and you wonder why is this? And I'm guessing that the problem is probably the local environment to wherever the tank happens to be. Someone who's got their tank in an isolated area, they're running it in their I don't know, in the basement or a closed off room, and they're dealing with filtration and filtration of the air that's coming in and out, and it's not getting a lot of contamination or anything like that, then it may run forever without any issue. But other tanks that are more situated in everyday environments, when you have the windows open and air's blowing in from God knows what your neighbours are doing, or what's blowing in, the pollution from the air, it's all going to end up in your tank, and this can lead to a problem. So a periodic water change is going to be of benefit. The benefit of these water changes are going to be based on how much you do and how often you do them, but I wouldn't ever say that no water changes is a good idea. So that's just my ideas on water changes. Although I haven't done one for a little while, it is on my to-do list to get done in the near future. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a like if you did. Subscribe to my channel if you're new here and you want to check out some more videos from me. I put them out as regularly as I can. Take it easy, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.